like the charts full of loot. I'm like, what will this dead body have on it? What will this person have?
What a very interesting way to start the stream, but alright then.
Oh my god!
Well, I tried to get your attention, but you kept going.
What do these dead bodies have?
Don't worry.
Well, I'll tell you what they don't have.
Alright. So,
I'm
I think
curious.
the first thing we actually should do, since we have some time before the official start of the game, is does anyone actually want to name the campaign we're doing? Because right now it's blank.
Oh yeah, we should probably name that.
Blank in
Randomosity?
parentheses.
Okay, that's an option. Blank in parentheses.
Yes, we're
No,
actually...
you type all that out. You don't put blank in parentheses. You put blank in parentheses.
Ah, okay then.
Yeah, right? Meta.
And again, I apologize. I was pulling carpet up all day, so I have inhaled too much dust, and I'm coughing a lot. So, sorry,
Gross.
guys. Sexy, you mean? I think you meant sexy.
I think you mean a hot mess.
I mean, there are worse things to be called.
That is one hot mess.
Again, a quote from earlier, at least, come on.
Just so you guys know, if nobody else decides on a name, Jack will use blank in parentheses.
Oh god.
I literally said my option.
I didn't hear
We
your
should be
option. Say it
named
again.
Clusterfuck.
That works still.
We're just
Alright, so the
Team
choices are now
Clusterfuck.
Cluster, I think Funk. Cluster-funk.
Clusterfunk, yeah.
That's the name of my friend's band. They're okay.
They're okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
Alright, well right now we have a whole total of 3 options. 2 of which are fairly much the same thing. Technically,
Funk and fuck are a lot different.
I've got one, I'm gonna put it in the thing.
go right ahead.
You sent him a message, right?
I hope someone did. I'll
I
message
think
him now.
I
forgot all
really
about
like
it.
the Star Wars.
Okay,
Yeah.
Skype's on his screen. I can't do anything with Skype.
Okay, so I have to send him a message. Well, you could have told me.
I forgot.
I'm sitting here waiting for you to send him a message, and Skype's on my part. My half.
It's like, you can't have 2 instances of Skype running on. Oh, it's on his monitor. And he was playing Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, no.
When in doubt, roll a D1000.
Is he even in my contacts?
It might be.
Yeah, no, wait.
Let's
Rogue
see. What's,
Lite.
what's 234?
What?
What's 234? Let's find out.
A number.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not.
You're not wrong.
Oh, it's the King of the Giants.
Somebody else has.
Ooh.
That's what this campaign is called.
The King of the
Somebody
Giants?
else has to call Frodo. He can't.
Yeah, he's not on
He's
my
not
stage.
Where I got my
and
belt
I don't
from,
have mine.
right? Where I got my belt of Dwarven Giant Street.
From
maybe that's where
Forever
you got it
21.
from.
It's not so much
Okay.
emo as dedicated.
Dedicated email, all the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys.
There
So,
we go.
Hey,
There
we're
it
trying
is.
to decide on what to name our
How are we
campaign.
supposed to start the game without the normal guy?
The fact that you're the only normal person here is
He's the
hilarious.
only normal person on the whole planet.
Ooh,
That might
that's
be true
saying
as
a
well.
lot.
I don't
wouldn't
know
say the
if
whole
he is the
world.
most normal. He does have a lot of contact with demons. They just don't seem to help him at all.
Yeah, that's what makes it normal. Like the rest of us are just happy, and he's like,
I think if
"Why does that
everybody
demon know?"
else,
Everybody was like,
if everybody else has contact with demons in some sort of augment to their personalities because of it, and he's the only one who doesn't, he's the weird one.
yes, that's what I'm getting at.
I don't
He's the
have
only
contact
normal one
with-
on the planet. That makes him the weird guy.
You're a fucking undead fire person who's gonna marry a lich. All right,
Yeah,
you
but
can't
I'm
have
not
any
a
opinion
demon.
here.
How
You're
long
the
until
weirdest
our
one.
stomachs were.
But I'm not a demon.
Okay.
Nyx, demon, tomato,
Apparently,
tomato.
demons are more commonplace in this world than undead are, so you need to check yourself.
They're fairly common. They
I'd
literally,
rather wreck
like,
myself.
they're just equal in the amount of demons as there are non-angelic races. Let's go with that. So
Fucking hot
the
mess.
world divides into three parts: the angels, the demons, and the other people who got stuck in the middle of it.
I think that he's trying to hold off for an angel contact.
Oh, because they
He's the
can
one
they
that has,
can
like, an
straight up
archangel
kill you
relative.
easy, man. Like you saw, like what was that? Was it a
Well, there's
solar?
lower form.
I threw like a
lower
very
forms of angelic
I threw a
beings.
weakened form of a solar at you guys, and she still could have kicked your butt. Assuming she actually
Again,
hit
there's-
Nick. Didn't even use
there's-
most of her
Yeah,
abilities.
I was like,
She didn't
hey,
even
there's
use most of her abilities.
Where did Frodo go? He like popped in.
I'm
Frodo's
still
here?
here. I'm just kind of
Oh,
sick.
there he is. Okay.
There's weaker
Okay, I'm coughing up a
variations
storm.
of angelic beings. He might try to hook up with one of those. That way we keep our
Asmars or
squad
whatever. That's a new race in
Yeah.
Bellows Guide.
Yeah, you
They're
guys can be
angels.
ASMR if you want. You just have to die
diverse.
first.
We are a very diverse party.
You just have to die.
I guess in a way we could take this into the whole like Incredible Hulk, She-Hulk scenario of like get a really lengthy blood transfusion and then you'll be half angel then.
Yeah, there we go.
So we need
or
to
you just mix
find-
blood types and you get blood poisoning and you die.
That might be a thing too. Because
Then you get a new
it
you get a
could
new
be,
race.
and
It's
then
fine.
you still get a
Guys,
new
we
character.
just need a plague where it
No,
rains
no
down.
matter what, she comes back as a Janazi. When the game starts.
Let's put
however
it this
many
way:
years
if
it
the
took
entire
for her
party
to-
dies, Ray, you have to play another Genasi
Oh,
of
for sure.
of non-water or fire, and then it just keeps going.
Oh,
Are you
for
the
sure.
fucking
That's
Avatar? Is
gonna
that
be-
what- that's what's going on?
Whenever she dies,
Pretty
she comes
much.
back as a new Janazi.
I'm gonna be an Earth next, I think.
That's fine with me. Okay.
You have to
Because air
keep
seems to
going,
be a
you're
good
top.
If
way
we're
to-
following the Avatar cycle, it should be air.
Yeah,
Yeah, but air is like the most rare.
we're not gonna
Ten.
worry about it. She can
Right.
pick what she wants. The cycle doesn't have to be perfect. Now, let's quickly address one quick question, which you all can see right here in the middle of the screen. Do you want tokens
B.
with hex-filled backgrounds or unhex-filled backgrounds?
I choose A.
B.
B.
Unfilled.
That's 3 for B and 1 for A.
5.
I'm not gonna listen to the hot mess.
You never listen to the hot man. You're in trouble, man.
It looks like we're going to B, guys. I'll make sure to have all my
Okay,
tokens set for B next time. For now,
Ray
few
will
mix back
remember
and forth.
this. Ray will remember this.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna fight God?
No, I mean, I can be okay with the undead. You guys aren't. Just
Also-
stick 'em on you guys
Jess, something that I was told recently. You
to
don't
the stream.
for making character sheets. You
Yeah.
can just drag. You can look into Compendium, and you can just drag it over, and it'll automatically make a character sheet for it.
Hold up.
So you can
Are you
there's
kidding
there's
me?
a, there's a
I think it
skip
may only
step.
be a DM thing.
It may be
Well,
only
yeah.
it's only a DM thing, but it skips a step from what I showed you last time. But it's still it just makes it a little faster. Like
Wait, so you just pull it over into like the map area, and then
exactly,
it makes a
and then it just
And then
automatically
Oh
makes a
my
character sheet for
God.
it. It's just
Yeah.
you pull it, it's made, it's done. You literally could just like, okay, well, you guys wandered off into the middle of the forest. I didn't have anything prepared, so I'm gonna just like pull monsters out of there, and it just automatically makes a sheet for it. You don't you throw up your own image, and you just work with it from there. It's just that much easier.
The best because you assholes are random as fuck.
Hey, for your game, we're being fairly tame. We've been following the path you gave us.
Yes.
It
That's
was-
only because Hannah.
Follow the baddies.
If it was up to
Look to
you
follow
and
the best
Lafferty
out of
and
If it was up to me and Lafferty, we would just like walk in a straight line until we killed as many things as we could, and one of us has died. Then we come back.
You're not wrong.
Experience.
Yum.
All right.
Honestly, if it was just you and Lafferty, I think you guys would run away from every danger.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
Alright, okay.
All right, let's actually do this. Okay, so since it's the beginning of the stream and we're gonna be trying to do this, we're gonna start with the first person who's on the character list from my point of view, which is Ferris. Ferris, introduce
we're
yourself
streaming?
to the stream. Yes, you are.
Yay.
Sorry, what was that, Jay?
Introduce your character to the stream. Tell us what you want people in the audience or plausible audience. What you want.
Oh
them to know.
god.
Hi, I'm Ferris. I like long walks on the beach, and my dog, J8. We have spent much time together. Really, if you're looking for a relationship with Ferris, you gotta pass the dog test first. But he is basically a contract killer for the most part. Any job that comes his way, he will do. Right now, he is undertaking a contract from apparently a dragon to protect the character Ray, who you'll hear about later.
Me!
Yeah,
Yes.
he's trained in a special ops kind of organization that was abolished. Didn't really know what to do, so he decided to do the only thing he knew what to do, how to do, missions. So he does anything, really. You pay him enough, he'll do it.
All right then. Moving forward would be Jimmy, but Jimmy's not here. So here's just a quick picture of Jimmy in a Mario hat, apparently.
With that beautiful PNG background. Ooh.
Yeah, I might have to fix that later. But like his actual token is fine. It's just his bio info doesn't fucking work. Moving forward, Gene, try to explain yourself without over complicating things because there's a lot to your character right now. Go ahead, Gene.
That face,
I'm
though.
a freak of nature.
No, we're talking about your character.
Ah!
That's it.
Get wrecked, kid.
Hey, why? I mean, come
Fucking
on.
shrub.
I'm kidding.
He's
It was
Good enough.
perfect.
half orc, half demon. He has weapons that come out of his body, and he may or may not be insane. Yeah, that picture's probably better suits him now.
We're all insane here.
Aren't we all?
He looks like Hellboy in armor. With a beard.
Well, your armor also doesn't look like armor, so you look like Hellboy for the most part. Moving forward, Ray. Go ahead and do your thing.
I'm just a simple fire genasi. Who doesn't remember any of her past, came across a cursed ring that now has her betrothed to a lich, and she can control undead, if I'm right, and being hunted down by this lich and having plagues fall on her, and she's got a really killer red scarf she got in town, by the way, guys. Really killer red scarf to go with a really killer red hair. That is fire. She used to be a water genasi in a past life. Now she's a fire one. She's an avatar. Not really.
But actually, yeah.
she's the Avatar. She's the chosen one. She's a Jedi. She's possibly a Sith. There's a lot of things going on.
We
a
also found
simple
out you were
scrap
born with a
hoarder.
name that meant the dead one.
Fine. She also has a belt that gives her strength of a storm giant and a shrapnel cannon that will shoot shrapnel at people. You know, just the usual girl stuff.
The usual girl druid stuff.
Did you?
Oh yeah, she's a
Did you
druid.
add the ring of armor last time? That I gave you?
Ring of armor? Oh yes, I did.
And
Oh,
yeah, you have plus 1 AC now.
For sure I did that. Like, she was real easy to hit and real low on health, so it was... She could hit things real hard, but then she couldn't take a hit.
Glass cannon, if there ever was one.
Oh,
Alright. Moving forward, Chris, tell us about your character.
Alright, so my guy, he'll do anything in his power to uphold free market capitalism, and anything as he deems a threat to freedom, liberty, he'll just completely destroy it.
In their pursuit of Nuka-Cola?
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
He is the one. He owns the crime.
America.
Well, apparently he's not even the one anymore.
Yeah.
Let's
Apparently
see.
he's not even the one anymore, because when we beat him, we destroyed like 5 other variations of him.
Look, guys,
don't-
we got this giant robot working, and then he just falls over and never comes back again. Awesome.
Oh, that this guy doesn't come into play yet. Let's push him more to the side for now.
I blame my brothers for that, though.
Who's that handsome man?
I would have been in last
Clearly,
week.
he's Daffodil. All right. Last but not least, what's Cole doing? What's going on over there?
Hey,
What's
I'm
the
Cole.
normal
Sorry if
guy
I
doing?
sound weird, kind of sick. I'm Cole. I'm a Goliath, former mercenary, which was also a former slave in a doppelganger mod. Hate those guys with a bloody passion. Just kind of a passive guy trying to find his way in life, and somehow he got mixed up in all this craziness, trying to do something nice to help someone out. And now shit's gone off the handle. Okay, further off the handle, into a lake filled with shit with no boat and no paddle, and now he's half drowning with everybody else. That pretty much
In a lake filled with blood.
yeah, while it's raining blood,
And
and
it's
then
on
someone
fire,
set
too.
said blood on fire, and now you're in a shit-filled lake that's on fire with green flames. That pretty much describes our party in our campaign so far.
Yeah, but we put
Gene,
the fire
Guys.
out.
He's the only normal
Guys,
guy
I just realized
in a world
Cole-
of abnormal people.
Cole is the everyman. He's the
Yeah, he
guy
is.
who asks the questions to narrate to the viewer what's actually going on and how crazy this world is.
Yeah, he is.
And
But
yet,
also,
By the way,
we
I'd
might
like to
start
point
the
out-
fires, but we also put them out.
I'd like to point out Cole's mother's ass. Like that. That is a round hiney.
Is that his mother?
I don't know. Cole, you tell us.
Apparently there is parents behind him. He's walking away from food.
Hey, Cole, does
No.
your mom have a donk?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember my mom. Grew up as a slave in a mine. Remember?
How could you
Remember-
forget that
It's
ass?
okay. I don't remember my mom either.
I think realistically, those are other slaves from the mine, and not particularly family members.
This is D&D. No one has family.
Yeah.
They
all
You
died
don't have a dead
originally.
parent. You're not in a D&D camp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
we're
a
all
Disney
just
movie.
wondering.
Or a Disney movie.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to say Tangled. Tangled doesn't have dead parents.
True.
Literally,
kidnapped
it's her
baby.
getting back to her parents.
Yeah, it's just about a kidnapped baby and a creepy-ass Mother Gothel. Hey, just like our campaign.
I will stab her with Bifrost repeatedly.
Which one? The spear or the sword? You have two now, don't you?
Hey man, it's all your
sword-
fault for not warning us about her because you refused to talk before we confronted her.
The
Never
sword
raised
is
angry
called
at you, Randy.
Black Gale because we couldn't remember what its name was, so I'm calling it Black Gale. And the spear is Bifrost.
Very well then.
But also, real quick, in Tangled, Eugene was an orphan, so there was an orphan there.
Yeah, but her parents were alive.
But it's not the main character. He's the love
He's
interest.
a better character. He's the better character.
He really is. But let's be honest, that's
Yeah.
kind of how all like Disney princesses have all shaped
If
out.
I
It's more about
actually
the,
had,
less about the character. Yes.
Well, most of the Disney
actually
movies, the
had
villains are
long
the
hair.
best.
I would cosplay Eugene in a fucking second.
Right? I would too.
He's charismatic as hell.
I'm sure you could
Thank
do
you.
something about that. Now, let's us do a recap of how insane these are, and I think I'm gonna go with Jess. You have to do it.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
good.
What are we doing? What's going on? Sorry, I was
Recap.
checking. my
Recap
phone.
everything from the beginning.
Oh, I kind of wanted to do it.
From the beginning, we were in. Well, I missed a few sessions, so having me do it's a great idea.
I wanna do
Totally
it.
is. It
I remember what
totally
happened.
Is.
So I'm gonna try to do this, okay? So we start out in a bar where we're meeting up to try to get, plastered or get a job, and then the bar comes under attack by a bunch of jokers. So we're sent off to kill these jokers and
By Mojo.
by Mojo.
Who was almost
Jojo.
killed by one of them.
He was almost killed by one. Then to get there, we have to buy a vehicle to get there, so we had a whole fucking hour of shopping where we got a good deal on a nice truck and trailer that will come into play and be important in a little bit.
From a goblin named Smeagol.
From a goblin named Schmeagol. After being tricked by Felix, who we were told had more stuff, but said that they didn't, and I believed them like a fucking idiot. Anyway,
Well, you didn't tell them you were a druid, okay?
I didn't know I was supposed to. They didn't say, hey, by the way, tell him you're a druid. I mean, that would have been clutch, but it did not happen. Anyway, then we set off on our trip. We run into a giant that had stolen something. Had
by
stolen a bottle of whiskey.
By the name of Frankfurter. The giant Frankfurter.
Yeah, Frankfurter.
Frankfurter.
Frankfurter, who stole a bottle of whiskey that would give you temporary hit points whenever you drink that. And the people he stole it from were not too happy about it, came to attack him. We got into a fight with the doppelgangers. And then
you got
out and I killed him.
Then I got knocked out personally, and when Gene was on watch. No, Cole was on watch. A group of goblins.
I think you're ignoring the part when Cole rammed your car into a tree
That came after.
laying on the road.
No, that's not what happened. After we met with Frankfurter, we were on the road and we were seeing signs of goblins. And then we got chased by undead. We fought them while moving, while I was driving. Gene and Liberty Prime, who was formerly a monk at the time.
I got this. Hold on, I got this. And the road was blocked by a tree. And Cole said, you know what? This thing's a big-ass truck. We can make it. And try to run over it, and just ran into it.
And rolled a 1.
Rolled a 1.
And knocked out Jess for a couple.
And knocked out me, because I missed that section.
And then we fought a bunch of undead, and then, the monk...
Did you fight a bunch of undead? I thought you fought a bunch of, goblins.
No, that's... Yeah,
undead, I killed goblins, and I killed rats. I killed a lot of things before you woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, Gene and his brother, who was a monk at the time, left to go see if they can parlay with the goblins to help get our repairs. And then while they were gone, I met up with the were-rats, who were sneaky, conniving little things who stole a bunch of stuff while I wasn't looking and tried to reason with them, even though they were going to give us stuff, but they were still backstabbers. Gene and his brother killed most, if not all, the goblins, and then teamed up with the goblin leader because it turns out the were-rats were just little douches. And then they came back with a leader and a mechanic. We fixed up our truck best we could, and then we rolled throughout the forest, found the were-rat encampment, which we went in, snuck through, slaughtered them all, saved a bunch of people, got our shit back, went back onto the road to go to our
you forgot
destination.
The part where we painted our tigers into the...
yeah.
You're forgetting all the important parts. God!
Okay,
and the fact
during
that
the fight,
found a journal by Fate that had information about somebody.
Yeah, Gene got a special shield. It was his nature deity in the form of a lion. The shield activated while he was fighting a giant warg panther, which he killed in single combat. The shield roared, activating its special ability, communing with the animals. Now he has a pack of warg panthers at his command, which are currently with the powered. Yes, and we then colored them in the form of Voltron, except the red lion, because Jess is a druid. She can shapeshift into a flaming red warg panther, and so if they put them all together, we basically have Voltron. The pack's name is the Thundercats. Anywho, well, after all this happened and we got shit together, we got to the base where we were supposed to clear out the Jokers, where we found a bunch of undead zombies, literal horde, as well as giant spiders. Giant freaking wolf spiders, and inside was a mass of spiders that came together to form an even bigger fucking spider. With the help of the fire giant Frankfurter and just literally calling down lightning, like the flaming lightning druid goddess that she is. We
Oh, yeah,
smote
I
the
forgot that.
spiders, killed
Yeah.
all of the undead
What about
soldiers,
the part
made our
where he
way
exploded
inside.
the radiator and destroyed everything and then killed us?
That was when we crashed. Now let me finish. Please. Then we made our way inside, kicked the guy's ass, found a lich or a lesser lich of some kind. We just went all fiery tiger mode, pounced on a bunch of people, ripped their throats out.
That was
Then
fun.
me and Jean went in with magic +1 weapons, stabbed the thing to death, and it dropped a magic scroll. And judging from our luck with
You
items and cursed
forgot.
items,
Some
I'm getting
idiot
to it.
decided to throw it into a pile of acid and at least
Because
7 plagues
because
upon
Gene's
humanity.
Gene's shield said it was bad news. And it turns out, because Gene at the time also had a magic axe named Sam that talked to him, but none of us could hear it, but we didn't know, and so and such.
That, and I would also like to add that I did not put the ring on my finger. I put it in my pocket, and it just appeared on my finger.
Even though the axe specifically said not to touch the box and leave it alone, everyone ignored it. And so
Yeah.
far, Gene and his axe, talking ex Sam, have been the smartest people in our party thus far. And that is literally no joke.
That's bad.
Whenever
me.
we've
I'm the
done
crazy one.
Whenever we've not listened to either Sam or Gene, we usually get our asses handed to them or get in some weird situation. The axe specifically said, don't touch the box, leave the box alone. What did we do? We picked up the box. We opened said box.
It's a nice
Now,
box.
our Flame Genasi has a magic ring on her finger that lets her command the lesser
Don't forget
undead
the eyeball
as long as she doesn't
possessing the
attack them
undead dwarf
first,
kid.
and is now betrothed to Anne Isel Gone, and will lead his forces to kick our asses. And
Well,
as
you know.
betrothal
I forgot about
present,
that.
he's going to reign 7, currently 6.
It's the Overlord.
Plagues
You were
onto the
referring
world.
to the Overlord. That's awesome.
It's essentially what it is. Because now we're not dealing with one lich, we're dealing with several, a whole band. We're basically facing the Overlord of Death, Ein
His
Old
name
Gal.
is the Overlord.
They could be
I mean,
nice.
both.
You don't know. Not all liches. Hashtag not all liches.
Yeah.
Hashtag not delicious.
I don't care.
And so-
I just made the connection that you're engaged to Izum Boom. This is awesome. Are we going to the tune?
Of Nazarek? I don't know. He might be coming to us. We're probably going to get our asses kicked by Albedo.
This is going to be hilarious.
Okay.
Nah, we probably
So,
won't make it past the
With
elf.
everything going on and all these interesting things, I would like to include one more character. Your car. Your car
Yes.
was,
Hold on, real quick.
was,
Can I
was
say
new
one
in the
thing?
beginning.
Robots in
Can I
disguise.
ask one question real quick?
Go ahead.
Hey Cole, how many
Yeah?
times have you crashed the vehicle?
Twice.
He once was into my motorcycle.
What happened before that second time you crashed?
That was the tree.
No, what happened right before you crashed the vehicle the second time?
Oh,
Remember,
that's...
remember what it was?
Roadhog.
No, I mean me going, I'm gonna give you one last chance. Don't
yeah.
crash the vehicle.
And
And
you
then
immediately
just-
rolled a
2
1.
seconds later.
And then I immediately rolled a 1, just got mad, then walked out from the trailer, opened the door, dragged me out because she's stronger than I am, even though I'm like half giant.
But I didn't punch you.
Yes.
Not that time.
Or
by the way.
beat me
Yeah.
over the head
You were
with
all
her
hoping for it.
ironwood staff.
You like it. Stop complaining.
But yeah, the story of your car is just equally as interesting. It began as adventure in a small little shop by a little goblin who would tinker with the mechanics every once in a while and make sure it was still in working order. Yeah, I know. You came in and you actually managed to get a very nice deal on that, along with a couple other items as well. You roll out, and it was an interesting point of view from the car's perspective, as the one who was most proficient at driving is also the one who kept crashing it over. So like you get the first couple days out, no problems. The road's a little rough. Then one of the tires gets shot out by an arrow. You don't know where it came from. It doesn't know where it came from. You guys keep going because the car can keep moving. It has a couple extra tires. So even a few more tires in the trunk, but you didn't really look to check yet, and they get sold
Wait.
later on.
Okay, so as soon as it got shot, I would have located the creature.
You weren't there.
You weren't with us at the time.
This is
Oh, I thought you were talking about like we're starting now.
No.
'Cause I
No,
haven't really
he's
been
doing
paying
it. He's
attention.
doing the recap from the card.
Oh, okay. It's still going on.
Eventually, you crash it. Let's see. First time, you almost went off the road. Second time, you crashed by a roll of 1 into a tree stump. You crashed it into a motorcycle after driving it through a canyon. You drove it off the road, down the side of the mountain. It tumbled over, and then it got lodged between 2 redwood trees.
That wasn't me. That was
Where
Jeff.
at which point it had to sit there while watching you guys get attacked by a horde of zombies and then blown up. And it's sitting like, okay, well, great. Now I'm stuck between these trees and no one's ever going to find me. You guys eventually make your way back out, manage to go all the way back, and then you ditch it for a newer model.
It was the same model.
And that's the
we got it
story
for
of
free.
the only person,
Hey, I did.
or the only thing that is no longer with the party, not including the bird, who technically is a different player who left and came back later.
What was it? Sorry.
We found his bones,
yeah.
so his story was ended.
His story
Him and
came
his
to a
friends, they
conclusion.
all wiped out.
Technically, your original car is still sitting in Schmiegel's garage.
Yeah, we have an upgrade. A new one.
And now it's going to be interesting to see how the new Humvee Humvee-2 is going to do from here out.
Yeah. Oh, did we talk about the whole Mother Gothel thing last session?
Go right ahead. We can begin today's session with that. You guys arrive at the... Let me double check the map. Okay. You guys are here, using this little tank symbol for our location. You guys are on the high road, heading west from Arabelle, heading to the town of Tyler.
We're heading to Eagle Peak. We'll probably be heading right past these.
You probably
things.
go right past it. I'm really just
Are you guys
stating where you
sure you don't want to go to... what was that place? What was it? The Dragon... What was it?
You want to go to the Well of Dragons?
The Well of Dragons?
Which way's the Well of Dragons?
We could just corridor this and
feel
cut my finger
free
off
to
with the ring
draw.
if you want.
Feel free to draw and
Well,
paint on
okay.
the map. I don't mind. Just go for it, guys. So if it helps to navigate the party to where you're going, go right ahead.
I thought we were following the map.
We're following the dragon. We're definitely following the dragon. We need to find Daffodil.
We're following a dragon named Daffodil.
Yeah.
Just lounging in a back seat, wondering what's going to happen if he shoots our
Well, it's the dragon that hired Eris to protect me, right?
Apparently, he's the guy who signed the contract.
Not to say
Going
that there
to-
aren't other people named Daffodil, but
Well,
it's
I would hope
unlikely.
that there aren't. Just for the sake of...
Or, you know, we're just gonna go up to a
They're high
dragon and be like, yo, what up, Daffodil? And be like, wrong Daffodil, and we all die. I mean, it's fine.
Daffodil!
he's like he's very
My
upset.
name's
You just called him by his
Daisy.
really weird name. Like, what the hell, guys?
We're not on a first name basis.
It could
What
be
up,
weirder.
Call me
Daffodil? My
Sir
name's
Daffodil.
Daisy.
Only
Also,
my mother can call me
The question
Daffodil.
of gender comes up. Do you call him Mr. or Mrs.?
You
I'm
say
just gonna
nothing
call
until
them-
you actually
I'm
ask it.
gonna
What kind of
call them-
pronouns do you like?
He prefers Shmear, which is half male, half female.
Oh. Ooh.
So, hermaphrodite.
Well, technically dragons have polymorphs, so they can be wherever the hell they want.
That's true.
I can be whatever you want me to be.
Okay.
Don't make
So-
this weird. So which way is the
It's too
Dragon's
late
Well?
to make this anything but weird.
All right. let us
There's Well of Dragons.
let us actually begin. You guys don't have to make camp because you guys don't have the necessity of staying in one location. You guys can keep driving, but that does mean that someone's gonna have to be driving at certain points of the night. We're not gonna go as many squares during a night drive, Mostly because the idea is you're taking it slow. You're not trying to like hammer your way towards a location, and it allows us to go into like a 4-hour like rest period. Yes, go ahead.
I do have the ability that allows me to like not be slowed by any kind of terrain.
The main idea here is that I'm allowing you guys to keep moving, but we're breaking it into like a 4-hour rest with the idea of you're spending an hour going from tile to tile. Otherwise, the rules would say you have to actually stop and
With
rest.
that, I have plenty of time to fill the battery up.
Yeah.
The short rest is enough to give me my spell slots back.
We still benefit from a long rest after this, or?
Yeah, because you're not physically moving. You're in the car as it moves from tile to tile.
Alright.
Alright. We're gonna take shifts in driving unless someone would specifically like to say no one's allowed to drive for like X hours. With Jess or Ray being our de facto leader at the moment, Ray, what do you want to do? You guys can decide to stay here and camp down, which has its benefits, or you guys can, you finish hunting, you just had a nice meal. Nick, I know you don't have to roll for it, but I'm going to ask you to go ahead and roll a survival check to see how well you did.
On what?
On like hunting and gathering.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever I roll, I get double the amount as well. So
go for it.
But we have taken like a rest to get all of our stuff in order.
Oh wait, I have advantage on those.
Then that's okay. Well, guys, you got yourself a very nice feast.
I found this group of people.
And we can all like sit and eat together, I think. So no one's like like being tossed around in the back.
Yeah, that's definitely something we can do. So let's actually delve into that. Now, something that I wanted to do, since this is now my only game in which I am DMing, is in some games I like to emphasize the idea of the family meal, or like someone cooking and someone eating, stuff like that. Like where you're actually sitting down, where you're not like driving around, where you like find a location to settle in, you have some good food, and we delve into a bit of RP. Not necessarily the idea of like you're eating and you're talking while you're eating. The idea of like RP in your background, just like that, like you're sharing stories, and that's what we're gonna do. And if you do it, and everyone for those who participate, they receive a benefit for the remaining 24 hours. But that starts tomorrow because we only do dinner forms of like just dinner time. There's no breakfast time.
All right.
Well,
while we're eating, I will do.
Just remember that one or two of those mushrooms I gathered because of that critical failure probably are hallucinating. So.
Well, if he had advantage, I assume you do too. Otherwise, an 8's still on a fail. For you,
yeah.
Okay.
A 1, like you didn't roll a 1, you rolled a 3. 3's on 1.
His.
Yeah, I just have advantage on those.
And then while you guys get the food, I'll create beverages for everyone. Create water. Guys, I worked really hard on this.
We will actually delve into the idea of like seasonings and actual food ingredients, which actually have much more notable benefits.
Is it actually water,
Yeah.
or did she just create more of her own?
She technically makes water. Technically, she could, because I prefer the older rules about creating water. She could create her own blood if she filled her mouth with her own blood first.
I'm good. I think I've seen enough of my blood outside of my body that I don't really want any more of it.
A fire genasi creating water.
Yeah.
It's
I've got to have a safety. That's my safety cord. If I catch something on fire, I got to put it out.
All right. So, who is physically cooking the meal? And then I want you to make me a check for how well you cook it.
Well,
Would that
me
be
and the
survival?
ranger collected the food.
That's generally survival.
Okay. Well,
Not
I'm gonna
great.
open up another compartment on J8.
And I
And it
can
looks-
help
It
with
looks like
fire.
yeah, it kind of looks like ribs, kind of rib bones, but I start slapping things of meat and stuff like that onto basically his ribs, and it seems to sizzle when I put them on there. Ferris says his core kind of runs hot, so I can use him to cook things. It's pretty great.
Oh yeah,
mean,
and
I have
throw a metal,
fire.
I throw a rusted metal dagger to the robot, Liberty Friend.
I mean, Ferris, I have fire. You don't have to use your dog to heat things up. I have fire.
Hey, Jay likes to help, alright?
Jay is helping by just being here.
Yep.
He is. Who's a good little boy?
All right.
Scritch his chin. His metallic chin.
With a crit, Ferris. We're gonna go with you got a meal of how does venison sound to you guys? The deer.
Deer.
Sweet. Alright.
Oh dear.
Rats of the forest.
More or less. Well, what would you prefer? You did crit, so you tell me what
No,
you want.
I would kill them on principle.
Well, there you go then.
We actually found some wild turkey.
Yeah.
You know what?
I
We'll
skipped
go with
past better
some deer
meat
and
so I could kill these fucking deer.
Actually made a Christmas feast real quick.
You know what?
Got some
You
ham
critted.
here.
I'm willing to go with that. You brought back a turkey. There was a deer along with that, but that's like for later rations. The turkey is the main course of the meal. All right. So with a generic meal, even though it's a crit, it's a generic meal because you don't have seasonings, you don't have other ingredients. The main benefit from this,
Could I find seasonings? Well, no, I'm not that great with nature.
if you would like to try to find seasonings, we can do that.
What do I roll?
Here, okay. Also, I want to introduce the idea of like RPing out what you're doing before making your roll because it will improve depending on like the situation. Because if you're telling me that you look carefully in the middle of the forest for mint leaves, I'm gonna have to tell you, well, there really aren't mint leaves in the middle of the forest. But good luck for that.
Well, I mean, she's a druid. I feel like she'd be looking for like rosemary and like. I mean, I could.
All right, so like,
wait, can I?
Go ahead and like RP this out, and then we'll go into a check and see what happens.
Hey, hey Ray, if you have you ever heard of truffles?
God damn it.
You're a druid, right?
Yep.
So, you know, you want to snuffle for some truffles?
Doesn't the dwarf have some jars of some kind of red spice?
No.
Could I potentially, because I have one more third level slot left, just create a bunch of seasonings so I can create food and water?
We had a long rest.
We haven't taken a long rest
yet. You can
yet.
create a basic meal, but that's no different than what you have. You can't use
create
food and water.
You can create 45 pounds of food.
Yeah, of generic
Spices
quality
aren't
food.
Dang it.
Yeah. So
that's a lot of food, though. I can create.
You wanna snuffle for some truffles?
Yes, I'll go look for truffles, but I'm not doing that. I will look for truffles.
You're not gonna turn into. It'd make it so much easier if you did.
Fine.
Better.
I'll turn into. You know what? What has better senses? Yeah, I'll turn into a brown bear.
All right then.
They don't snuffle for truffles.
Just let her do it. Let her do it. And again,
As she does it, you can tell even through Ferris's mask he's
Hold on, real quick. Let me look at the stats real quick. Give me a second.
All right. So you can do what you want, Jess. But when you make your decision, I want you to roll me a nature check.
All right.
In the meantime,
what is perception based off of?
Cole walks up to Ferris and Jay and goes like, "Wow, it's pretty amazing the partnership you two have, huh?"
Well, when you kill as many people as we have together, it tends to give you a bond.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous.
Mass homicide does that.
Well, Ferris reaches up to his mask and takes it off. And for the first time, Cole, you can see the intricate network of scars that are just emblazoned upon his face. It's barely even recognizable as a human face.
Like
Ferris
without his mask?
Pretty much. And Ferris says to you, there's a cost to these kind of relationships.
Ouch.
Guy walks up and looks at Paris, and before you see Paris.
Real quick,
Ugly.
what did I need to roll?
Roll a nature check.
Well, brown bears have advantage on.
I know, but I would like you to roll a nature check.
Is it? It's just me though, isn't it? Like me as
you know what,
Ray.
I'm just gonna tell you. We're gonna go with your character may also not know, but a pig is the preferred creature for finding truffles because, surprisingly, truffles release a pheromone that's very much similar to that of a female pig.
I mean, I know that, but you didn't have pig listed under animals. I was picking from
totally
the list.
do it, though.
Man.
Like, there's no reason why you can't.
Oh, then I want to do a pig.
All right,
I would have
then.
gone pig.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
fine.
you were being like, I don't want to turn into a pig. Pigs are gross.
Yeah, I wasn't totally
this
sure where
just
you were going with that
wasn't
either.
here.
It's like, okay.
I was just looking at the list of animals.
Well, as long as you can think of an animal, you can probably be it.
You probably have no problem turning into a pig.
I mean, right now I can be a challenge
Just
rating
not
as high
Jay.
as 2.
Jay doesn't count.
So.
Even based
Feel-
upon the rules, it's DM discretion.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So I'm a pig.
All right.
I'm a flaming pig, but not bacon.
Seeing this, my guy is going to put his tigers back in the RV and wait till she returns.
Ah, the tigers are cool with me. Tigers are cool. They look at me. I make eye contact with them, and I'm like, I'm about to be a pig. Prepare yourself. And I turn into a pig.
While this is happening, I nudge Ferris and like, huh?
Oh yeah, and remember,
Do you
I can
think
speak to
Ray's a
animals.
pig? I got a
I still
question.
understand what she's saying when she's a pig.
Yeah.
You let yourself go.
You son of a bitch.
My
Yes,
guy
what
makes
you were
himself look like
Do you
Rogue-lite.
say that? Do you say that?
Yes,
Yeah.
he says that in animals. Nobody else knows what I said. And he turns into Roadhog for a couple of minutes. And then
I like to
changes.
emphasize
Would I
one thing
hurt
before.
him because I would set him on
Before
fire.
we go any further, I like to emphasize that when I think of like a D&D, you guys making dinner, this image is what comes to mind from the game
Yeah.
Dragon's Crown. Of like a couple of pots, you guys just
More
laid it down on a
mushrooms.
fire. You've killed like a
Less
bunch of creatures,
mushrooms.
and you're just like
More
having your
onions.
meal.
All right. So as a pig, what do I roll?
Because you're looking for truffles in particular, and for the region you're in, I'm gonna say that there should be some truffles around. I'm gonna give you advantage. Go ahead and roll it.
What do I roll? Nature.
You can
or
roll
survival?
your keen smell, which is advantage on your perception checks.
Yeah.
So if you didn't already have advantage, you would have double advantage. A 17. You don't find many, but you do find one, which is more than enough.
That's like 20 grand.
I just come back up to you with a truffle in my mouth, and I just spit it at your feet.
Nick, taking a closer
good
look
girl.
at the truffle that she found, it seems to be your typical truffle. Seems to weigh about like a quarter of a pound, which is more than enough for your meal, and perhaps enough to turn it over for about like 700 gold pieces.
I'm probably gonna keep it for many meals to come, because basically I'm just gonna shave off a little bit of it and grind it up and basically put it in everything.
I'm gonna turn back into Ray and dust myself off.
Huh, and Cole wonders to himself, huh, she was a flaming pig. Does that mean her bacon was already pre-cooked?
Are you asking about your boss's ass?
I'm just gonna look over to Cole and be like, "Don't talk about my
He's
bacon."
thinking this in his head. Anyway, my guy walks over, and as he's helping cut up the vegetables, random butcher knives just appear in his hand and disappear, reappear with different shapes.
Talk about my bacon.
All right. So, Nick, it sounds like you're the one who's physically making the meal. Go ahead and roll me a survival check to see how well you make it. The ingredients are very high quality, so even a fail won't actually fail in this situation. A 20 makes it even better. There's no point where this meal is getting any worse than the quality of the ingredients. The meal looks amazing. Nick, we're gonna start with you here, and while you're making this meal and you're looking at the party, who would you give like the best cut of the meat? And is there a reason why?
I'd take it for myself.
That's legit. That's legit. Is there a reason why you wouldn't give it to someone, to like the party or anyone else in particular?
Honestly, I really don't know these people at all, and really, I'm more of a self-serving kind of guy. In fact, I'm gonna make the second best piece. I'm gonna leave for later.
I
And then I'll
want to
start
say
serving
that
the other people.
your dog can eat, he just doesn't taste it.
He doesn't benefit or taste it. He
Real.
he can smell the truffles and stuff. So I'm gonna shave a little bit off and kind of put it above his nose there, so he can smell truffles for a while.
Real quick, I'm just gonna point out that Ferris was sent to protect me and then just sent me out by myself as a pig to go find truffles into the woods.
Yep.
Thought you could handle it.
Who would be dumb enough to
Reminder,
attack a
My guy
goblin?
was
goblin
helping cut up the
infested
food,
woods.
so-
Like, you know there's goblins out there. You were here last time.
Yeah.
Even
Don't
Hey,
worry.
Carl, when you go out by
If they
yourself,
come
you
within
ask for
5
bodyguards.
miles of us, I'll know.
Nick, you don't detect any fiends or anything super dangerous within the immediate area with your various primal
Oh,
senses.
that's funny.
I go in, wake up Liberty Prime, give them the dagger I found when we were out scavenging, wake up my cats, throw them a couple pieces of meat.
No
I haven't
problem.
served you guys yet. I'm still
Yeah.
serving myself.
Well, there's
Get
still
the
the,
next
you know what,
best
there
piece.
is the deer.
Sure I was close enough to grab
We
it
did
for
talk
me.
about there being a spare deer you could have fed to the tigers. I doubt anyone wants to eat it.
But who
I'd
gets the
probably be
next
covering
best
that up
piece?
then while you're doing that now.
We're
We
gonna,
want to hear who you like most of all.
Well, the second best.
My guy
piece
ignores the
for a
meal then and just cooks
snack.
up the deer. He starts feeding it to his lions. He's off on the side butchering the deer and throwing pieces to them.
Beautiful.
all right.
There's
There's
an
Zone's
order to
corner.
this.
Nick, you were
Probably
saying.
partially eating raw.
Yeah, I was saying.
Go ahead, Nick. Do your thing, and then
Second best piece, I leave for myself for midnight snack. Third best, I'll give to Ray.
Yeah. I got you the fucking truffle.
Yeah. And then I'll go around like I don't know if I probably didn't make like one just shitty, right?
You probably wouldn't. Like the ingredients were amazing. Even the worst piece would still be like a 4-star menu.
Yeah,
kinda
this
item.
cut wasn't the best cut, so I'll probably like put it down in front of Liberty Prime with a kind of quizzical look on my face.
That's kind of legit.
Do you
He can
eat?
He can, but it's the same way as your dog. He doesn't really taste it or even need it,
He's already chewing on a dagger, isn't he?
and he's eating metal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take
I'll
that
take his
away.
piece. I'll take his piece.
There
I'm
you
a growing
go.
girl. I'm a growing undead girl.
Alright.
I'll give that to Ray then.
Nick, since you were the one who made the meal, go ahead and roll me a 2d10, and we're gonna give everyone a little couple extra temporary hit points.
12.
12. They last for 24 hours or until you lose them naturally, meaning that someone hits you in the face.
How many?
12.
Ooh. Oh, damn.
What's nice about the
Truffles.
meal is it does add to existing temporary hit points. So if someone rolls for temporary hit points or someone uses Armor of Agathis, this is separate from what you would normally get.
Sweet.
Alright. While you guys are sitting down and having your meals, anyone else want to chip in or do anything per se? But for the most part, the person who makes the meal is the one who starts it. And we might go through this like a couple more times if you guys camp down for a night and do another meal. But for now, we don't want to make this too long because we've already spent an hour doing mostly beginning levels already.
I just wanted to say that dagger the Gene gave me kind of scratched my head, and rust comes down, like, just flakes of rust come down on the dagger, and I season my dagger with my rust. And I start chewing on it.
I'm gonna go with it. It's well seasoned considering how much rust is there.
Alright. It was a crit.
Oxidization.
It was a crit for that dagger, so it was well primed. It was aged. Fine line.
Alright, so are we done eating?
Yeah,
One's
you're
done
done
eating?
eating.
Alright, we need to get going.
Alright, let's hop
Get
back
my
to the
cats
rollback.
back into the pack.
I want to look at the map and see where the Dragon is.
Okay. For the time being, the dragon seems to be stationary at the location where it is, which I'm gonna quickly bring you guys over to it. I ended up having to change the image because it got deleted at some point, so I'm gonna have to re-upload it later. But this is the placeholder for the time being.
Alright.
Let me just-
So we're gonna keep going down this road straight to get over the mountains and then start heading down to hopefully meet it. Sound good, guys?
We could probably make it to Tire Luck and then try to get a few hours sleep and then head out.
Well, I mean, we can all rest while one person drives and then stop and wake somebody up, and we can take our shifts just as one person drives.
Yeah, it's up to you what you want to do.
I mean, I kind of want to get this finished with before the next plague hits, so maybe soon.
I guess then every second counts.
I mean, you guys can hop in. I'll take the first shift of driving. Not the best at it, but try.
Well, you only crashed it once, if that helps.
But I didn't actually crash it. It was saved, remember?
Right. Well, this is your job to the party. What do you guys want to do?
I don't mind learning drive. I would offer, but I'm pretty sure if I tried, she would smack me. So I'll just
You're
stay
getting
silent.
so smart, Cole.
My guy
Well,
doesn't have good driving skills, so I'll pass.
Well, I'll take a shift.
All right.
Alright then.
You generally need like 4 shifts. But for the time being, if you guys are heading just to the nearby city of Turlock, then you won't have any issues. You take a quick rest there, and then you can begin heading out in the morning. So what do you want to do?
That sound good, guys?
Yeah. So my suggestion from earlier. Weird.
Very
Oh,
well.
I thought
then.
you were talking about staying here and resting.
Tire Luck.
All right. Who is taking the first watch? Which I believe is Ray. Ray, roll me a piloting check and see how well you do during the night.
Oh.
Damn. No, you're fine. Roll me a D1000.
You
That's
run over a magical item.
My ring pops off and I'm fine. No. 728. That's a nice
728.
roll.
Something's not a bad thing then.
Oh god.
All right, let's see.
I'm not using magic. I'm just driving.
Okay. Well, driving in the middle of the night, you catch sight of something in the just off to the side of the road. Do you stop to take a closer look at it, or do you keep going? Right now, it's fairly dark, and whatever it is it's just like it's like in a ditch. So maybe there's something important, maybe it's not. It seems to be moving slightly. There's a bit of like a glimmer to it, but your headlights aren't like angled in a way which we can get a better look at it. You can keep going.
I mean, I
Or
have
do you
dark
stop?
vision.
Then roll me a perception check.
Okay. There it is.
Going back to what I just said, you can't really see it. Do you want to?
Natural 20, natural 1. That's how I roll.
Do you want to stop, or you want to just keep going? Like it could be too dangerous, or it could literally just be loot lying on the side of the road.
Is there anyone up in the front with me, or is everyone in the back?
I would be. I'm not gonna go to sleep for an hour and then wake up.
So are
It's my
you?
shift.
Cole
You
is.
awake right now?
As we're seeing this thing, I am going to.
Yeah, can I point it out and be like, what the fuck's that?
If you want to slow up, I can see if
I'll
I can sense anything over
slow.
there.
I'll
So-
slow.
I'll be using my primeval awareness.
All right, can you quickly go over like it's fiends and humanoids, right?
Fiends and humanoids, I can sense those.
All right, you detect what appears to be a half-elven individual.
Okay. There's definitely somebody there.
Should we stop?
I'm not bothering her. I think I'm just going to get Christopher.
I am going to cast dark vision on myself,
All right,
so I can actually see out there.
I will give you a perception check, just to, in the same way I gave one to Ray earlier. Go ahead and roll it.
17.
With a 17, you spot what appears to be a half-elven individual wearing primarily dark robes and leather armor. He seems to be dragging around a very large sack.
Oh.
He turns to look at you guys. You think he can see you, and he probably doesn't know for sure if you